on to agenda item 7. Susan, update on communication team training.
Thank you very much, and that's really a good segue. Also, when we met back in January, we discussed the progress that we had made with training in 2011 and where we were moving forward to. So this presentation, I'm just going to give you some more details in regard to the upcoming COML courses, the COML Field Day, and also the COMT Course. So starting with the COML courses, right now we've actually scheduled 3 upcoming courses, and I'm trying my hardest to dub April as Communications Unit Training Month because our 3 COML courses all start in April. We did send out announcements to our interested parties list and also to the COML notification list. That's more than 800 people. The first course, first week in April, it's going to be in Sierra Vista, April 2nd through the 5th. These are 4-day-long courses. The next one is in Globe. That was going to be the 3rd week in April, so the 16th through the 19th. And then last but certainly not least, Coconino County up in Flagstaff. It's actually Mountain Air, just south of Flagstaff by about 8 miles. Starts the last day of April the 30th and goes through Thursday, May 3rd. We have included the IRMA numbers. If you know anyone who is interested, please let them know. Any students are required to register through IRMA, and they do have to send 2 course registration forms to our office. Luckily, those have been making their way to me. They're trickling into me, and any that are accidentally sent to AZPSIC or to the counties have been passed on to me as well.
Can you please back up and explain how it was determined where the courses were going to be placed? All the analysis there.
Let me grab my map. We actually went through a series of 2 surveys. There was a survey that we put out last summer, and then we put another survey out this January. That helped us to determine where the need was, where we were getting the responses. Of course, we also looked at the results from the NECP Goal 2 observations. We put a lot into the drums, kind of mixed it around to get a good idea of where we needed the training. Also, importantly, where the training would be supported. I can't say thank you enough to the counties for their support as far as the logistics goes and also putting out the information. We tried to pinpoint areas that were easy for travel that people from neighboring counties could go to, and we also did take into consideration where the training had been before. And that ultimately is what led us to the decision to place a course in Sierra Vista, to place a course in Gila County in Globe, and then also to go back up. There was a course in 2009 up in Flagstaff, but that northern region really would benefit from it, so that's how we chose it. We also took a look. Unfortunately, we couldn't give every county the training. We also tried to incorporate our knowledge of grants and other funding sources. For example, counties that have money already with ADM that perhaps they're needing to spend down. And we talked to some of the counties about their plans to spend down their ADM training funds so that we're not duplicating the effort.
Any questions? They did a lot of analysis. They had a very complicated sort of grading system. The number of people that requested, and when they left that course, and a whole weighted average and everything else. And they really put a lot of thought into it. They didn't just sort of throw it out there. So we're really trying to get as much coverage as we can with as much expressed interest from the stakeholder community as possible.
And also putting on these courses, we're trying to do it as economically as possible. Luckily, with all the work that went into it last year, building up that group of Arizona instructors, we are seeing the benefits from that. So, all right. Moving on, the COML Field Day. We've actually been telling you guys this for a while, so I'm just going to be very candid with you. Yes, we are still planning for the field day. The purpose of this field day is to provide hands-on training to both the students who've completed the COML course, and we're also planning on inviting students who've completed the COMT courses, which I'll discuss in just a moment, because the task books are similar. There is an overlap, and the COMT course students would also benefit from these opportunities. The harsh reality, unfortunately, right now is that as much as we wanted to put the COML Field Day on in the spring, due to some procurement timeline considerations, I think that's a good way of putting it, also weather and wildland fire season, realistically, we will not be able to schedule that for the spring. We are having to push it back. When I have more details, I will let you know. Are there any questions about that before I move on to COMT? Okay. COMT COMT course, we did a course hold one last year. This
I have one question. Is there an issue with AZPSIC on that time frame to spend that, or are we okay on the time?
If we have to ask for an extension out past September, we will. If we can avoid it, we will, but the problem also is the summer months and putting on a course before that September cutoff date.
We'll have cranky participants if they have to do it in July and August, so.
Yeah. Duly noted, cranky participants. Okay, sorry, on to the COMT course. This is the course that will be held in Maricopa County. I mentioned earlier, April is Communications Unit Training Month. We are targeting an April delivery for this course. I cannot give the final dates at this point, but April is our month. The COMT course, of course, is for individuals who will be fulfilling that role. It's more technical in nature. I'm sorry, that was me hitting the wrong button. It is a 5-day curriculum. It's 1 day longer than the COML course, so that is something that has to be considered for participants. It is a Monday through Friday course. That is a substantial amount of time and therefore commitment. And due to the technical nature, it is limited. The COML courses are limited to 30 participants, which isn't something that we've ever had an issue with in the last year. But this does become an issue for COMT. There is a lot of interest, but there can only be, it's 10 to 15, so we're using that cutoff of 15 students.
Is there a flyer out on this yet?
We've actually been getting information out to people at the COML course that we discussed it at the meetings. We're currently working on the roster because we're starting off. There is preference given to agencies and individuals that support Maricopa County.
This was through Central Region SIEC funding, so the commitment to the Central RAC was that we would obviously give preference to Central Region participants first and then open it up outside of the Central Region area. So we've contacted probably about 20 different individuals throughout the Central Region and some of our state partners, DPS, Dale contacted you guys about some of that. So we're trying to get that roster finalized so we can open it up if we need to get additional students in.
All right, any other questions?
Anything else from anyone?
Thank you. This has come a long way.